stream guys, 19 views it looks like.
Hey yo, and we're live. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Do you want your stuff to be in a different color, like your
I'm actually okay with it.
word. Okay, I'm
I
gonna
think I
go.
got like two new followers on my meme account. I gotta start posting stuff.
Oh, you better start posting stuff. You used to have some really funny stuff on there. I say
Yeah,
used to,
and I
like it's
still
not
make
still
memes,
there.
guys. I used to post thoughtfully funny stuff regularly. We can say
Yeah,
that.
I feel like I should send you some of the memes that I think of, and you
Sure,
don't
send
have to
some,
post them.
or send me funny pictures that I could meme.
Well, so on Twitter, I actually one of my personal accounts I follow a Ed Ed and Eddie screenshots account, and
Oh,
I've thought of
I've had fun with Ed and Eddie screenshots. Uh,
I've like made up so many. Yeah, I don't know. I just it comes up. I think there was one that I saw that you retweeted that I said something about that I added on. Anywho, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what part of the world you're in. If you're here, hello. If you're not, hello soon. Ralph, how you doing, man?
oh, I'm doing good. Welcome everybody to Title Working. It's very nice
Uh,
to have everybody. Welcome.
the title do be working. Just like its hosts and co-hosts and cohorts. Uh, all right.
We're just having like the nerdiest conversations, which is
Yeah.
hilarious.
We were talking about how nerds are tend to be freaks because they're
Yes.
open-minded and tend to not be concerned about what other people like.
Yeah.
They like what they like, and
A-
I was like,
And I want to squeeze this in.
oh, I bet you
I
do.
I feel like, oh Lord. I feel like, no, honestly, I feel like that's the only way to be the truest version of yourself is to not care what people's opinions are.
Ooh, we starting this heavy, ain't we?
I just had to
That's,
throw that
I
out
mean,
there.
that's
I'm gonna
big
keep it
facts. I
100.
mean, yeah, that's true. But it's not even, it's not easy for everybody to just be their most genuine
It's not.
selves.
No, it's not.
You know,
It's not. But
it's, yeah, it ends up being, I guess, if you dig into it, something that you actually wanted to talk about a while back was nature versus nurture, because it
oh yeah,
could be
so
in your nature to, to open up and be
I
confident,
feel like,
but you
you
could
know
be
what? I
closed
feel
down.
like that's all in nurture though.
Well,
I
no,
feel
this
like
is that's what I was saying is that a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of it
yeah.
could be broken. Like you could start as a very because right we all start off as outgoing. Kids always run out towards other kids usually to try to play with them to try to socialize. But over time, I feel like we lose that confidence through our interactions with other people, our peers, the
Mhm.
people older than us, people younger than us. Just the everything that we experience on a day to day.
Yeah, it's just as you're developing. It's crazy to me that how important that in between time is. Like
Yeah.
from when you're a kid and you're wanting to talk to everybody and you're just running to interact with people and loving to make friends. And in adulthood, how many things can happen in that middle point there that could just push you to either keep that confidence and that outgoing nature you have, or just completely put it in the
Yeah,
closet
yeah, just
and
tank
like
it.
in the back of the cave, just gone. Like you used to be so outgoing, and now it's just
Hey, it's what happened to me. Actually, I don't know. I got a little
but you
weird
can tap
after.
into it when you need to.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's I see. I think that's another really interesting thing about like humans in general is that like you never know. Like someone could switch up. Like
no.
somebody could be like super social and outgoing, or they could like flip a switch and be like, "Don't talk to me for the next millennia," and just be
Some
as
people,
satisfied.
some people, it depends on the environment.
Yeah.
Honestly, like for me, it depends very much on the environment. Like if I'm comfortable in the environment, I might be more open. I might be more talkative. I might be more social. But if I'm feeling uncomfortable, like I only like the vibe, I might just be just a quiet wallflower, not saying much.
I
which is rare for me.
Yeah, I get that. I'm with you on that. Um, well, let's yeah, no, I feel like I tend to sort of be in the same sort of way. It's funny because I was recently thinking about how often I used to go to a friend's college, and it got to the point where I was going so often that I had
They
friends at
thought
the
you went.
college. Yeah, and they thought I went there. Like, I had friends at the college that my friend that went there did not have. People would stop me and be like, "Hey, do you remember what so and so professor said last during the lecture last week?" And I'm like, no, because I don't go here. Like, I don't have that class. They just had seen me at so many parties on separate occasions that they just thought they were running into another schoolmate.
I just picture you introducing your friend that goes to the school to somebody else that goes there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, have you met this guy? Like, how do you know them? You don't go here. You're asking too many questions.
Yeah.
This is Jessica.
Yeah.
She's in the class you're gonna take next year, Psychology
Oh,
102.
okay.
You guys should be friends. She's really smart. You can get notes from her.
She takes
How do
great
you
notes.
know this? She takes great notes, and I learned through personal experience. She has a lot of attention to detail. Wink. And so yeah, you should get to know her better.
Fresco, fresco. Um, oh man, gosh, I feel like that just opens up. Whenever I talk about college or anything having to do with college, it just opens up the floodgates of all those memories.
All
Um,
right, I have a question related to college for you.
okay.
Hey, we got love in the chat. What up, though?
Damn. Look at that handsome boy
Do
pulling
you
up.
think now we do have a conversation topic in mind, but we're gonna get to it. Do you think college is necessary?
Um, Socially, I think it's an incredible experience. I think I think as a social experience, I think it helps you learn how to deal with the world as an adult. Because if it like I didn't have the quintessential college experience at my own college. I experienced
Hmm.
that at my friend's college. I didn't like at my own college. I didn't go to parties. Like I didn't. I didn't really. I did not socialize much out of like those who were within my specific group. And then I started socializing at my friend's college because of somebody like a friend that I made at my own college. As far as with education, I feel like we are moving forward at such a clip right now with the internet and how free information is that there are universities like Ivory, what are they? The Ivory yeah, the Ivy
Ivy
League. I
League.
was thinking of the Ivory Towers, but those Ivy
Part of me
League.
wants to just leave you out there with Ivory, but I was like,
Yeah, I appreciate you. You're a jerk. These Ivy League schools, like a lot of them record their lectures and put them online for people to watch for free. Like we can access the information if we know where to look, So I think it's
fair.
kind of it's a little bit silly and I honestly, if I had to make like a hopeful prediction, but a sort of informed prediction, I'd say within the next 20 to 30 years, companies less and less are going to be I think they're less and less they're going to be asking for degrees, right? Because I don't think it really makes all that much sense for you to put yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for even a decent or quote unquote decent education for a piece of paper to show that you have the experience that somebody can acquire through any of these other mediums,
Now, I want to say, I
any
want
of
to
these other
first of
media.
all bring attention to the comment, which is a great comment. You do get a lot of valuable life experience through working,
A
which is
hundred
very
percent.
true.
Yeah.
It does prepare you for life as well
Yep.
because working is something you're going to be doing throughout your life. So
Yep.
getting some of that experience is positive. In my opinion, unless the career you are striving for needs a degree, then it's not, you don't need it right away. And then also, I would suggest to anyone, and I'm gonna suggest this to my children too, take a year off. Like once you graduate high school, take a year, work, take a breath. You just went through 12 years of school straight.
13 if
Take
you
a
had
breath.
kindergarten.
13. Take a breath. Take a breath. You're not going to be in school your whole life. This is something you need to understand. So if you're going like from, because it's already 13 years, like you said, and then let's say you're doing a 4 year degree, that's an additional what? I can't math right now. 17.
What for? What kind of degree for a master's?
No, but let's say the 4 year degree. I'm
For
just
yeah, for
using
your
numbers
degree,
now.
that's a total of like
That's
17
17 years of
years at
school.
least.
If you want a PhD or a master's, that's
That's another 2 to 4 years on top of that. If you're
you
going to
spent
medical
almost
school, that's another 4 to 8 years on top of that. Like
you
it's
spent 20 or more years of your life in
learning,
school.
learning how to be a person.
Like, come on, take a year. I will happily give my children 1 year. Now, I will tell them, hey, listen, if you take this year, you're not gonna be in, like, if you planned on going to college with your friends, they're gonna be a year ahead of you if you decide to take this year. So just warning you of that. But the year will be good. Take the year, learn to work, learn how the world feels while you're not in school, and then take it that way. But unless you need, like, okay, if you're an art student, I don't I'm not 100% you need to go to college. It's not 100% for you. Because you can study your craft. Maybe you can find like somebody who works in the medium that you want to work in and maybe look into an apprenticeship. Like you can do that kind of thing.
Ideally, right? Because yeah,
Yeah.
I studied sound design while I was in
Hmm.
college, and I tell you, I look up mentorships for sound design somewhat regularly, and they're always closed because
Dang.
people get
But music's a very
inundated,
big thing.
and that's the other thing. Like art is huge too. Like there are so many people starting these crafts that those that are established, it's there. I feel like there's no industry where the path in is not. So I was thinking, I was gonna call it a pyramid and a tree, right? Where a pyramid is there are more people at the bottom trying to grow up, so there are less resources for the people at the top to split themselves among those below, as opposed to a tree where there's a few people coming in and there's a lot of resources at the top to give to that person to help them grow, right? And I feel like these industries, because they're creative based and skill based, not things that people can learn necessarily, but the things that people can nurture within themselves,
Yeah.
it's there's less of a possibility to really get somebody who not just can teach you about it, but that you meld with and that you can actually learn from.
Yeah.
So I understand that it's not the easiest thing in the world, but I do believe that that's like, if you can, that is the ideal way. Like what you're saying, I think that's a perfect world. All right, if you can find somebody
Yeah.
who can mentor you, that like it
If
works
you
in a
could find
similar art
that,
style, who can inspire you,
if you could do the research on your
tops.
own, maybe you could find like YouTube videos, maybe you can find like an online course. Like, because college is such a commitment. And then on top of that, if you're going to like a higher level college, that's higher level loans, that's higher level debt you're about to walk into life with. Like it always throws me off when, because I've worked in the medical field. I've been like a doctor. I worked in hospitals. I've worked in hospitals. So I've taught the doctors, and it's crazy to me how you can go to school for all those years and then come out and it's like, okay, cool, now I'm ready to save people. Hey, but let's not forget you have all this debt. All this debt. Like, how many years are you gonna sit here trying to pay off this debt?
So
Like,
yeah, I it's funny. Like on that point, I actually recently saw like an infographic, and I don't know the scope of the survey, but it was a couple. The guy was the man was a doctor, and his wife was a nurse. She was an
Mm-hmm.
RN, and he like they said, how much we stand to profit over the first 4 years of our career after getting out of school. Her side was at 80 grand, and his was about 60. But then you
Yep.
also look at further than that, right? Because with that, they're probably also factoring in student loans that they're paying off, or I
Yeah.
would imagine, uh, it's I don't know. I feel like it's such an interesting dynamic. Uh, the amount of loan, or the extra money, or the extra cost that we incur, I guess, sort of forces the perspective, or forces the idea that this job inherently has higher value, and
Yep.
is going to, or has to be worth more in the long
Yeah.
run. And I think like it's dangerous when we start thinking about careers as their dollars and cents value towards, like, I don't know. It's
You can't think of it that way. That's like that's why I'm very much a fan of critical thinking. Like you're not just, oh, I went to school for this long, so that means this career must be valid. No, sit there, look at the numbers. If you can talk to people who are in the career of choice that you're thinking about getting involved with, talk to them. Look, just do the research. Really get an idea of not just what it takes to get the job, but what it's going to be like when you have the job.
yeah,
That's not something people think about too
yeah.
much. Like, oh, I'm gonna get it. Like, oh, once I get it, I'm good. No, talk to the people who have it and
We
see.
got a posture
I gotta put
check.
my shoulders back. Put my shoulders
Yeah,
back. I start
posture
putting my
check.
shoulders back immediately. So, so yeah, nah, you have to think about what it is to have the job, and then also, at least where me and you grew up, we grew up in, I don't want to say like a terrible area, but it could have been a better area.
It was the hood. It was
It
technically
was
the
the hood.
hood.
We grew up in
It
the hood.
was hoodish.
We grew up. We grew up
I went
in
from
a
hood to hood
hood
adjacent.
ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, hood to hood adjacent. So when you grow up in that area, there's not much. There's not much nuance when it comes to success.
Yeah.
When at least it comes into your like parents' eyes or the eyes of the people who are like older. Your success is you went to college, you got a degree. There's
Yeah.
no what the
Yeah.
degree was. There's no what job did you get. It's, oh, your kid went to college. Oh my god, that's so great. Like
Yeah.
that's the goal. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, because that's the goal, there's no room for, oh, they didn't go to college, but they went to technical school, but they
Yeah.
got like the ability now that they're a high level engineer as far as like electrical engineering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they got an apprenticeship, and now that they're a high level artist who has art in a gallery until
Yeah.
they get to that level. So it's like there's no nuance there. It's like, did you get a degree? Yeah, okay, you're successful. Did you not get a degree? No, but I don't want to hear anything else. Did you get a degree? No. All right, so then like there's
Yeah. I feel like
no,
there's a lot of that, but I feel like you also add, sort of within that, levels of success depending on what kind of degree.
true.
Because to a lot of people, an art degree is worth much less than like a science based degree, right? Like it,
You're
and
talking to somebody with an art degree.
it, am I right or am I wrong? To some
You're completely
people,
right out.
they, at least like the way that it's been portrayed in media over the years, is like, oh,
Hmm.
he's got an art degree, it doesn't matter, right? Like even if you get like a liberal arts degree, it's like, why are you like you couldn't figure out what you wanted to do, right? Like,
And like completely TBH, you're in even in the art world, your portfolio is more important than your degree.
yeah, 100%. That makes way more sense than anything else. Like,
Yeah.
what you're able to produce is what matters.
Yep.
Like it's not what you've achieved, but what you will achieve, what you will continue to achieve. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, as a society, Well, I feel like we're evolving as a society, little by little. You know, there's a lot
Well,
for us to be frustrated about, but
mhm.
that frustration engenders the newer the newer and
Wepa.
that more modern way of thinking, right? Zoomers, you know, Generation Z, they might be hitting a lot of things with extra pepper, but things tend to be in equilibrium, right? They go big and they get a lot of pushback, and then little by little they'll come back and find their equilibrium, that stasis where it
Thanks
works
for the
and it works better
sub.
for everyone. I love you, Vectus. uh, Thank you for the sub, we appreciate you, and thank you for the posture check earlier, because your boy's back be hurting.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't.
needed it. Shoulder blades touch.
You gotta do that. Yeah. Oh wait, you got. Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta show off the clavicle, the little, the little bit. Yeah, you gotta give him a
Right.
little.
See, you have a T-shirt on. I have a hoodie, so it's a little. It's not.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, it's
little
a little
hard.
harder for you to show off. Uh, but yeah,
Look at that neck. Do you see that neck? Do you see?
I
Do
feel
you
like
see
that's a
that?
strange
My
phrase.
God.
Am I a giraffe?
It is a strange
Look at that
phrase.
neck.
I sound like a goddamn vampire.
Look at the neck. Look at the neck. Wait, why do all vampires have to be Eastern European sounding?
You
You know?
immediately went
Yeah,
into
that's
that.
my fault. That's
That's
on
like the
me.
stereotypical
Yeah,
Dracula.
that's on me.
What?
That that you see now I want to think of like non-traditional vampires, right? Just
I
like
mean, it's either the. Well,
that
here's the
that
thing. If you
unrealistic beauty
don't go,
standards.
oh man. If you don't go to the traditional Eastern European, "Ugh, I will drink your blood."
Yeah,
There's no accent that says vampire. There's no other accent that
vampires
says
in Brooklyn.
vampire. No, but okay, but does the Brooklyn
Yeah.
accent say vampire?
Hey,
Does it say
buddy, I'm
Brooklyn?
gonna suck your blood. Come over here.
I'm gonna suck your fucking blood. You hear me?
Hey,
I'm over
get
here
over
and
here.
turn your
Come.
fucking head. Like
Man,
that's
Blade. Yeah,
nonsense.
but I feel like did Blade suck anybody's blood? And he was
No, because Blade
he
was
was
half
he was a
vampire.
day
He was a
walker.
daywalker.
I used to, what was it, man? I was
Yeah.
watching Community, and there's an episode about that where he like pisses off. Yeah, yeah, vampires in Brooklyn. Um, what was it? I feel like there was another one that may have been based in New York. That was like an old hood movie.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, he did have this stereotypical vamp accent though. Oh man.
That's the only way to come. That's the only way to get across I'm a vampire with just the accent.
Yeah. Without, yeah.
Otherwise, it takes dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
Oh
now I'm
man.
tempted. I want to
Ooh.
do something like that.
So here's a question:
Mm-hmm.
If you were a vampire, would you do live blood or like plasma?
Hmm. I like. How would I be able to access plasma?
I
You know,
mean, you're
like,
able to like get to a blood bank
right?
or
Like,
like
do I have all the?
sneak into a blood drive and like grab a
Yeah.
bag of donors.
Yeah. You're, yo. Hon- just a quick side note. I feel like that makes so much sense. The accent telegraphs your whole vibe, and that happens in almost every
True,
movie. I just think about it,
true.
in almost every movie you watch. As soon as you hear somebody's accent, vibe acquired, right?
True.
You know somewhat if they're a villain or not. You know somewhat if they're gonna be a protagonist, if they're gonna be helping out. Like there's always something in that accent, in the way that they speak. Yo,
It's
actually, yeah,
terrible.
you're
Yeah,
a
the way
vampire. You
they
do whatever you want at night.
no, you do whatever you want,
Yeah.
but that's no, but that's the thing. Like, think about it. Okay, okay. Now I have
Okay,
to think
so
more
basically, you're
specific.
asking if I would be willing to put actual human life in danger to get what I need to sustain myself.
Yes, but the reasoning why? Because we don't really have a rep. I'm trying to reference it to something we've experienced.
Okay.
So I want you to think about drinking human blood live from someone's neck is like eating a full course meal. You're full after, you feel good, like, oh, that was great. But if you drink the plasma, it's like eating something that was put in a microwave and it's not enough to fill you. it's just like, okay, I'll get through it. I'll be okay. Like, you
Yeah,
know that meal you ate just to
yeah,
get you to your next meal?
yeah.
It's that.
Yeah, see,
That.
here's the thing. I, at my age now, I survived at least 5 years on a shitty diet like that. So, uh, it like if I were a vampire, like those 5 years would probably equate to about a few centuries, where I'd just be like, all right, man, like I could just take a couple of these packets, like it's fine, like I'll be good. Eventually, I'll start, you get like a little pouch, right, like a little. Actually, I feel like vampires would probably develop like a thicker thyroid just because the amount of blood that they're drinking, and if it's from the pouch, right, it's probably not great, so it gets stuck there. They get like it
Yeah.
looks almost like a little bit of a goiter instead of getting a pouch around the belly from eating bad. They got like a little, like a
Well,
little.
the thing is that a vampire's body is dead, so I don't even know how this would affect them at
I'm
all.
fine. I'll eat next century. Yeah, exactly.
Join the century. It's cool. Listen, I said I was gonna hold off on biting next for a
Yeah.
century. I'm
I'm
about
I'm
90
eating
years
light.
in. I'm getting close.
I'm eating light.
90 years in. I'm getting close. You know, it almost had me at the 50 mark. Almost had me at the 50 mark. So if I made it to the 50 mark, I said I'd make it to the 100.
I've been having too much fresh blood. My skin is looking too flush these days. I gotta I gotta thin it out.
I drank a bag the other day. It tasted like pig. I think it was this big child that decided to give blood. I don't know.
That's the last time I get my blood at the farmer's market.
And then like I've seen things where like they say
It's
depending
not.
on the person's like personality and their eating habits, the blood will taste a certain way, which makes a lot of sense
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, this person
It's
had
not
too
dry
much
January,
garlic.
18th century. it's, it's dry
It's
millennia.
yeah. That's why the Renaissance happened because vampires were taking an off year.
Bro, you know what's the scariest like media vampires for me?
Which ones?
The 30 Days of Night vampires.
Oh, I think those are the ones that are like they're not cute or charming at all. They're just murder
Not at
vampires, right?
all. Yeah, they're not even fangs. They have like a row of teeth. And
Uh,
they're smart though because they do the whole thing where they chill in Alaska and they're like, okay,
oh yeah, it's
listen,
nighttime. Yeah, it's nighttime all the time.
there's about to be a real long night, so let me get in here.
Just
But
walking with.
yeah, and they're smart. It was scary to me how smart they were. They really went in. They took all the cell phones before the night even started. They took everybody's cell phones, burnt them all. They cut all the landlines. They made sure no one could communicate with this town.
Nah, fam.
And I was like, yo,
That's yeah. That's kind of insane. That's a
yeah.
lot. I see. I feel like I don't know. In a situation like that, that doesn't even like read as vampire to me. That reads more as like just wants to massacre shit.
No, but that's an educated predator.
Yeah, it is. That's
If you
terrifying.
think about it,
That's
like an educated predator is a very scary thing.
yes. Yeah,
We
a
can see
hundred
through smoke.
percent
Just
is.
heads up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think it was a funny enough message that everybody should see, because it
But yeah,
definitely
nah.
it resonated.
Educated predators are scary. If bro, imagine dealing with like a smart werewolf.
So you mean basically a human with wolf abilities? Because
Yeah, yeah,
that like
exactly.
that's
Human wolf ability.
yeah, that because again, equally horrifying, right? Like this is they'll just hang out, they'll become your friend, be like, "Ooh, you look tasty." What do you mean? Nothing, right?
Nothing.
Just a
Nothing at
joke.
all.
You're hanging out one night. Oh man, I wanted to go check out the full moon. What? Everybody likes to check out the full moon. You're gonna die.
True.
You're gonna die.
You're dead. Like,
You're gonna die.
yeah, there's this lake I know. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Me and you
fantastic.
can go by ourselves. When it's a full moon, and then we could check it out. Oh yeah, go check it out. Get torn apart.
Like
Thrown into the lake.
he gives you his telescope. Like if you hear a strange sound, it's just the telescope rearranging itself. You go to look,
Oh god.
yeah, and then it's just like that's a really strange.
And now we know how Lobo would catch somebody if he was a werewolf. So if
What?
he ever tells you to come check out the full moon and has a telescope, run.
No, you should be fine. You should be fine. Everybody survives.
Everybody survives. You're
So,
reassuring.
so
You
changing the
have to
subject.
reassure someone that they're gonna survive.
Changing the subject.
Change the subject. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to throw away
Oh,
any suspicion that I'm may
any
or may not be a
suspicion.
werewolf. Um,
The funny thing is that I wonder if you would hesitate if you were offered the bite for real. I really wonder what like your thought process would be if you were offered it.
See, I feel like my biggest issue would be, because I still want to be able to enjoy the full moon, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up like Rob Schneider in The Animal, just in a field, like naked, with a full belly and like blood all over my, like, or even worse. I live in I live in a fairly, it's like the urban slash suburban area, so I could just,
Hmm.
I mean, I would wreck house out here. Like it'd be horrible.
Well, how about nice? That's the beauty note. I like that. How about rather than you just like losing
If
consciousness
I
and
can
then waking
control
up
it, a hundred
after?
percent,
No,
I'm in.
that's what I was gonna say. Oh, if you can control it, but you have like seven. No, you have like 90% less control of your impulses. Like if you feel like you want to do something, you're almost immediately gonna do it. Like there's no filter of
Oh,
oh should I? Oh
yeah.
is it a good
It's more
idea?
like I
That's
want to do
gone,
this.
and you're doing it.
That
Like that's
worries
it.
me a little bit. Um, so it basically revert to animalistic instincts when it comes to like, yeah, decision making, or it's
Yeah,
like I'm
you
gonna
don't have
do
to
it
engage.
unless like it smells unsafe. Uh, I don't know that I would trust myself with that kind of unfettered power.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's where the line has to be drawn because there are people that know that they shouldn't have that kind of power, and people that will take that kind of power.
Are you getting staticky again, bro?
I know that some people would say that they should have it, but they probably shouldn't. Can you still
No, no, no. We
hear
can hear
static?
you. It's just static pops up when you're
Oh,
talking.
okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt something.
Yeah, if you could do what you did last time, that'd be perfect. Yeah, but yeah, guys, chat. If you were offered the werewolf bite, would you take it? I'm very curious to see what everybody's answers are because, and in the scenario that I described, if no, okay, we got one no. If you have the bite and you're under werewolf, under like you like silverware. Oh god, that would suck. Yeah, I can hear you and no static now.
okay.
Perfect. If that would suck if the silver algae translated to when you were a human and you had all
Oh,
silverware
yeah.
and you're just trying to eat, you're like, ah.
You just start eating with your hands.
I said
That's enough to
nothing
create
but
suspicion.
steel forks in this house. I said nothing but sterling steel. You people don't listen.
It's the 21st century. Where's come on? Where's the Sterling? Where is it?
My
Uh
impulse control is already
oh.
super
So
bad for
sure.
shit.
He's just got more to back it now.
Now he has a reason. Now he has an excuse for it. I'm a werewolf.
Like, what do you want me to
What do you
do?
want
I
from me?
can't help myself.
This feels very racist.
That
You know I'm a werewolf.
that tail is never tucked between his legs. Destroy this
Oh my
town? Sure. What? You mean I wasn't supposed to? What are you
I can
talking about?
imagine him if he got taken to court. You murdered a whole town. I'm a werewolf.
Like,
Werewolf. Like, what part of that don't you understand?
I'm not an aware wolf. I'm not aware of the things I'm doing. But uh, I
It took me a
yes,
second, and then I
Vectors.
got it, and I'm like,
Disappointed? Yeah, me too. King Vectus would said maybe I'd have hair again, and
That'd be cool.
you know
Was it
what?
worth it? Oh
Yeah,
Lord, that's the route. Wait, that's a hilarious D&D backstory. I ran out of hair, so I looked into becoming a werewolf
oh
so I could get
no!
my hair back.
No wait, a hairless werewolf would be so
Oh no,
gross.
that sounds
It'd be
horrifying.
like a life size like a 6 foot tall naked mole rat. Just
Oh God, that's horrifying. What the fuck? Why does this werewolf have alopecia? What's going on here? I
there's
don't like
so many
this.
wrinkles.
You can see its muscles bulging. You see the
Oh, and it's
veins.
like a
Oh
callus
God.
pink, right? It's not even like a. It's like a.
Oh no, no, I'm not okay. Why?
It
No,
feels
you
like an
see.
old potato.
Welcome to Working Title, guys, where we end up talking about stuff like bald werewolves. Strap in.
Strap it. Yeah. Oh man.
Why? God, bald werewolves. That's gonna be in my head for the rest of the day, and I hope just the rest
Oh
of the
god.
day.
Yeah, because that's not. I feel like that's a thought process that you want to sort of work through as quickly as possible. There's a lot of
Yeah, because that
folds in
sounds
there.
horrifying.
Oof.
I'm making that D&D character. Someone who became a werewolf so they get their hair back. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh no, yeah. If it was a network TV show, it would just be skinned over his groin or censored when he's in wolf form. It's just you'd just be smooth down there, like a Ken doll, like a.
You've murdered so many people, and I murdered them with hair on my head. You see the difference? You know what's murder? How women treat bald men. That's murder. If you want to talk about assault
Hey,
around
how
here.
all people treat bald men. Let's look. All right. Much love to my
No,
bald kings
I'm
out
just
there.
joking in that like he was trying to get a girl and it didn't work out, so he said, "Screw it, I'm being a werewolf."
This is why. Classic incel.
Classic itself.
I'm unhappy with the way that people treat me, so I'm gonna be a monster.
A
Hairless
monster.
werewolf.
Oh God.
Yo, honestly, no, you gotta waste a wish spell.
To get your hair back? What?
And even then, it
Oh
comes in like
God.
Tommy Pickles hair.
That's when you're just done. That's when I've reached barbarian levels of anger. Like I'm done. Hair loss. For divine intervention.
I mean, there are a lot of people today that pray for hair.
Imagine. All right, we have to get off this D&D tangent because it's way too deep. But I want to get this last joke in. Imagine there's a spell that specifically restores hair, but the material component is a firstborn child.
My gosh. This man is serious about getting that hair back.
You were looking at the scroll like,
Well, Timmy, I love you, but I can make
what
another
you
one of
gonna
you. I can never get my hair back.
you gotta go find one.
I can make another kid. I can't get more hair follicles. That's horrible.
You knew I should have did this when you were a baby. You have too many opinions now.
Oh wait, because you have the opinions now, maybe. No, that's horrible. You imagine,
Because you have the opinions.
imagine you got a 13-year-old kid. If it cures my lineage.
Just looking at him talking crazy, like you are talking my hairline right back.
Yeah.
You are talking my hairline right back. Go ahead. Don't
Go
worry
ahead,
about where the kitchen knife is. Keep
man.
talking.
Every day, I remember what I was like at 25. Look at that hair. I could just see it. I could just see it now.
Bro, you can
Shape
grow
up.
that out again if you wanted to.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not. No, not at
Listen,
all.
that was a dangerous man.
That was an era of my
Aware.
life that is that happened, and that is all.
Listen,
I'm
I even had a man bun era. We all had
we
our
did.
time.
There was an era. You went blonde for a little while.
I did have a blonde era. That was me trying to
Yeah,
get to gray. Before a while, it was just blonde. I was called
man.
many nicknames. I believe one of my favorites was Nodell Beckham. That was
No,
a good
no,
one.
Beckham.
Yup, my coworkers called me Nodell Beckham, and I was like, "You guys are assholes."
Oh, that's good. That's real good. I like it.
Just terrible. I took good care of it though. I'll say one thing because like I see people when they dye their hair blonde, you notice how like some of them almost look like hay because it's so dry.
Yeah,
But mine was moisturized. I
yeah.
took good care of it. The
Nice.
curls were on point.
Man, for a while I wanted to do the gray hair. I never I wanted the outside to match the inside, you know? I I actually I got like my first very pronounced gray hair recently. Like
My
right
beard's starting to
around.
see it.
Yeah, I got one like right around here and it's stubborn. I plucked it because they say when you pluck it you get three more. And I don't know, maybe I'm
Same.
weird, but I'm ready for salt and pepper.
Oh,
I think I'm
when
gonna
this
kill salt and pepper.
when I get the salt and pepper beard, it's over.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
just for me, I'm probably
ooh.
just gonna be staring at myself in the mirror all the time. I'm gonna, yeah, right. I'm
Be
just
in the
saying.
mirror. Wait, where's my brush? I need this whole production. Oh, hold on. Let me grab my beard
It
brush.
just oh here we go. I actually
Just
have,
be
I have two beard
just be in the
brushes.
mirror like this. Who is that girl I see staring right back at me?
Or you could pull up the old the old I feel pretty, oh so pretty, right? Yeah, that's pretty sick. Yo,
No, it would
honestly,
be sicker.
yeah. Dayton with his little, he's got this little goatee, right? It kind of
It's a
looks like
nice
a,
goatee.
yeah. He works it. All my
Like
boys are
I
beautiful.
did go
All
for a
right.
while. I did goatee. You remember my goatee era?
Yeah, you had it. Yeah. I had my goatee era as well while I was waiting for the
Too.
cheeks to come in. You can't see it.
And then the cheeks came in, if you know what I mean.
Heyo, simmer down, tiger.
I'm sorry,
I
that was
like
too easy.
it was. Hit him with the spike. Nah, his nips. Yeah, this man. I but yeah, all my
Are you gonna
boys are
go clean
beautiful.
shaven, bro?
Yeah, really. Yeah, I think that's one thing. A lot of
Wow,
people
look at
tend to
us.
be afraid to get rid of it all, but it grows back, and it usually grows back better. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with yourself. You know.
Fall in love with every part of you. That's what you
Let's
must
see,
do.
I got this little patch right here that I'm quote unquote expertly hiding. Wink.
Yeah, my patch is mixed in the cheek somewhere.
See, all right, yeah,
That's why my beard can't be too low. If my beard is too low, then it just looks like it looks like signs on my face. Like it looks like
yeah.
a crop circle.
Oh,
So that's why I gotta make sure to
yeah.
leave my beard.
They're communicating with us. What are they saying?
My beard is communicating with other beards.
Your beater is saying need more moisturizer. I have a crop circle on the bottom that says please trim.
Please, true. I gotta let my bottom grow. I was thinking about letting the bottom grow. I don't know though. I'm still on the fence about it because when you're growing the bottom, there's that time where it's like curling into itself
Yeah,
and it's really itchy.
yeah,
But once you get past that, you're good. But I hate that time
yeah. You
with
gotta.
everything in me.
Apparently, you have to start training your beard like super early, like trying to brush it,
Mm.
moisturizing it, try to comb it down. When did this become? You know what? It's funny because we were talking about like we wanted to mention some fitness today, and this is beard fitness. This is.
Beard fitness. This is no, we're right. I mean, taking care of yourself in
Yo,
general is a
yeah,
big
I
part of it.
like I I keep thinking like I want to trim it down and keep it tight. I
Oh, don't
I can't.
trim the sides, but let you keep your length.
I don't know. I'm gonna see how I feel about it because I my skin tends to dry out really fast if I'm not putting like if I'm not moisturizing it daily. Like my face dries out and it's
You
it's
gotta do what I
it's
do,
a
man.
lot.
I have a wait a minute. I don't know, guys. Z Top Crazy Talk
Yeah,
2012.
those ZZ
Hey,
Top.
listen. I don't. I like what I like, and whatever
Hey,
year it is, I still like it.
that's a nerd. That's what we were talking about earlier.
That's what we were just
Fuck it.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, if you want someone who's truly themselves, find you a nerd, especially an older
Oh
nerd.
my god, yeah. It's gonna be like that episode of Family Guy where Peter had the bird living in his beard.
No, I take good care of my beard. Like I have this dope beard butter. Bro, I gotta send you the beard butter that I've been using recently. It's been having my beard mad soft
Weird.
because it was getting coarse for a while and it was bothering me.
Is it good on
But
beard
now,
sandwiches? Beard, beard butter, bread. Bread has the same. All right, guys. I guess I broke it. I ruined the stream. In other words, though, it's just gonna be me now. Forget Ralph. It's okay. He'll be okay. From now on, we're gonna talk about cool things that I wanna.
all right, I'm
We're
back.
gonna talk about audio. Oh, Ralph is back. Never mind. It's still both of us.
I needed a minute. Needed a moment.
Haha. So we have this old thing where we allow each other one bad joke, and I
We
think that
haven't
was
said
my
it in a while.
yeah. I think that's been my one for. I think that's.
No, you had one earlier.
Oh yeah, I did.
Werewolf. The a werewolf. That was yours first.
Yeah, I'm not an a werewolf. I'm just a werewolf.
That was your one, and then you just made another one. That's why I walked away. I'm not
Honestly,
forgetting a werewolf.
yeah. So that's one thing that I've been doing lately is the woke wolf. Is I my humor is more for me now, like or it has been for the last couple of years, where I'll say a
Oh
joke,
no, it's
and
hilarious.
whether or not people laugh, I'm laughing. I'm
It's
happy.
funny, and
It's,
it once again harkens back to what we were saying. Nerds are very much not trying to work within the status quo. We do what we want to do because our interests are already on the fringes of society. So why try to conform now?
or were on the fringes of society before, you know, being nerdy became somewhat popular.
Well,
Uh,
now, like, I feel like there's levels to being a
yeah,
nerd,
yeah.
and we're starting to get to the point where surface level nerddom is okay.
Okay, and
Like,
I was gonna say I'm gonna be that kind of nerd and specify that what a lot of people consider a nerd now is a geek. Okay, a geek is someone who focuses more on their hobbies and their interests, whereas a nerd is someone who focuses more on like intellectual pursuits. If you if your hobby forces you to to seek it out in an intellectual way, I don't know. I guess you just become a hobbyist. You evolve. Like there's levels to it. There's change form into I don't know whatever we want to label it. But um, I don't
yeah,
know.
there
I
is that
like
distinction that we don't talk about as much. But I feel like at least you and me, we found a happy point between being nerds and geeks because we do have like our intellectual pursuits. We
yeah
do like learning things,
yeah 100%.
but then we also have like we like anime, we like
Ooh,
D&D, we
yeah.
like video games. So
I've been really into astronomy for the past couple years. Not to be confused with astrology, although
I've been
I
into
I
astrology.
I do also like you know astrology. Ralph and I have had those conversations about sun, moon, rising signs, and all that other fun stuff. Uh,
So we're just a fun fact. Lobo is a rock when it comes to his victory. He is a
Keck.
rock. That is what
Yeah,
he is.
all Earth signs. Um, Yeah, we got a big keck in chat, but astronomy, yo, there are so many cool things happening in this. Oh, here's a quick segment, fun things in astronomy. Apparently, a white dwarf star was caught absorbing a planet that like used to orbit it. So it got caught in its gravitational pull and is being ripped apart into an accretion disk. So this star has a ring around it, like Saturn or Jupiter. And like, can you imagine how big or how much material has to be there for it to be visible on a star? Like it's
It has
bananas.
to be a
That's
large planet.
that's
It has to
so
be a
much
really large
stuff.
planet.
Like it's yeah, it's I don't know, cool things in astronomy that I read about recently.
And this has been Today in Astronomy with Lobo.
Oh man, yeah, astrology.
Nah, I've been getting into astronomy just because. Well, the funny thing is that when I first, because whenever I like that I've been on both sides because I can understand both sides. I was very much that astronomy is dumb. It doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? I was that person when I only knew about sun signs,
Oh, you mean astrology? You said it.
astrology. Sorry, Getting-
All right, we good, we good,
zodiac
we good.
signs. I'm gonna say zodiac signs now, just so I don't make the
All
mistake
right, Jackie
because I
Chan.
will make the mistake again. I can't stand it. So so I thought it was dumb. I'm like, how are you gonna qualify every single human being on Earth into 12 categories? That's dumb. That's how I thought about it. But now that I know about like big threes, now that I know like you have a sign for each planet, that each position, the position for each planet in our solar system when you were born. Okay, so now there's a lot more nuance, there's a lot more detail, there's a lot more different pockets you can fit in that puts together what your personality could be. And then I had a homegirl of mine who was very much into zodiac signs and everything. She sat there with this book. It was a big book and read to me what each of my placements meant as far as like my signs and different planets and everything like that, my birth chart. She read to me what each thing meant, and I'm sitting here like, stop telling me about myself. Stop it. Like I felt
Yeah,
uncomfortable. I was like, what the hell is
yeah,
going on here? So that gave me enough belief that there's credence in it enough for me to do more research
yeah,
and dignify it a little bit. So now I've developed an interest in it. But
yeah. It
I
happened
get why
similarly
people
for
are like
me.
it's dumb. I get it.
Yeah, it definitely happened similarly for me. I had like just seen cursory stuff that I thought was interesting. Like I had known about sun signs, and then I had heard about moon signs, and I had no idea what people meant when they talked about ascendant. I'm like, I don't what ascending what. And then I stumbled on it like onto a website, and it was just like, oh, you enter your all these details, and it tells you. And I'm like, there's no way this thing is gonna be accurate at all. And I put it in, and I'm like, why do you know that? Why do you know that?
You see?
Why do you know
It's
that?
crazy, right?
I wasn't even sure of
Yeah.
that, but now that I read that, that makes a lot of sense, and I agree with it. So it's the I don't I've always so I never want to discredit something just because I don't understand it fully.
Yeah.
And astrology has 100% been like one of those things that has helped me open up my mind in general, right, to other things, not just being open-minded about astrology, but being open-minded about other things in life. And because it's like once you see that one thing isn't as silly or trivial as you thought it was, you sometimes gain
Yeah.
a little perspective and say, hey, maybe other things are not as silly or trivial as I once thought they were.
Yeah, you can't take things at face value. You can only truly judge something once you've like experienced it fully.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always iffy about talking bad on things that I haven't experienced.
Yeah.
Like that that mentality actually is what made me interested in like different drugs because when I was younger, I was very much against anything that would intoxicate you. I promise you. I told myself I would never get drunk. I told myself I would never get high. I told myself I would never get a tattoo. I think this was, I want to say this was 13, 14-year-old Ralph. And now, 30-year-old Ralph looks back and laughs like, ha, you're so young. You, you thought you knew things you didn't.
Yeah, yeah. Just wait 6 to 7. It just wait 8 years, kid.
Just wait,
Just
kid.
yeah,
I think
just
no,
wait.
I think I first smoked when I was
Dibba. Hmm?
19, 20. 19, 20 was the first time that I indulged
That
in any
you
substance.
yeah, that you smoking cloves. A couple of.
Yeah, I'm being very general about this. I was 19 when I was indulged in this, when I indulged in a substance that was less than legal. Um,
Yeah, allegedly,
so
allegedly.
allegedly, allegedly, statute of limitations have definitely passed. So,
Sure.
so yeah, nah, so yeah, that was my first time, and then it's just gone since then, and I still have my curiosities about other things I haven't tried yet, within reason, of course.
Yeah,
But
and I think yeah, I think that right there is where it lies. In adulthood, I think it's important to safely take a look at your curiosities.
yeah,
Because when you're younger, when you're underage or you're still living with family, it's much more difficult to do so unless you live in a specific kind of environment that encourages you to try certain things. And I don't mean just
hmm
with like illicit substances or legal substances or
yeah,
substances
anything.
in general, with anything, right? Having a community close by that nurtures your curiosity and desire to try new things, I think is bananas good. Like it's
Ha-
because that's
having a
something.
support system.
Yeah, 100%. That's something that you could never want, like you would never want to grow out of. And you imagine not growing out of curiosity and like always loving to learn and try new shit. You'd be the ultimate
Oh,
human.
and can I say something real quick?
Don't yell.
This is just a
No, go ahead.
PSA. If you have people in your life that support your interests and wish the best for you and like are there for you when you need them, tell them thank you.
Thank you, Ralph.
They don't even have to have done any. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you as well.
Thank you, all
They
friends
don't
in
even
chat right
have to
now.
have done anything recently.
Yeah,
Just tell them thank you,
yeah.
because it's few and far in between you find people like that, and lucky enough if you have them in your life. So tell them thank you. Maybe if it's their birthday, do something nice for them. You want to show people that have been there for you in your life that you appreciate them, because you don't ever want to make somebody who was there for you feel like it's just like not necessarily that you're taking advantage of them, but more like you're what? Help me out here, man. What's
That their effect on your life is transactional. Yeah, you want to show people that they mean something to you, even when
yes,
in that instant they're not quote unquote adding value to your life, because they
exactly.
overall are adding value to your life. They're supporting you. They love you. I That's something that I have to work on as well. Through passive support and through passive help. Sometimes we need active gratitude. Um, to
hmm
really
Yes.
fucking
That's a bar. Write that down. That's a bar. I like that. That was a
sometimes
bar.
we need active gratitude.
No, passive support needs active gratitude.
Yeah, passive
That was
support.
a bar. That was a bar. I like that. That's something I would write on a fortune cookie. Like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like these past few years, I really have been trying to expand the tool belt that I have when it comes to being grateful to those around me. I think this kind of lends into sort of an interesting idea of people's love languages. Is gratitude, I feel like, is incorporated in that, because the way that I
I
show
feel like words of
gratitude.
affirmation would work in that.
So
Wouldn't that be words of
here's
affirmation?
hold on, here's what I mean. When you
Okay.
give gratitude, I feel like it's part of also giving love, right? So when you give gratitude, you return it in a specific way, and I feel like it tends to fall within those love languages. right?
True.
I'll make sure to do the dishes or try to clean up extra, right? Acts of service. I'll try to buy a gift if I can, or do go grocery shopping. That's the gift giving, right? I'll try to
Mhm.
voice my appreciation and my thanks, words of affirmation, right? Like there are always different ways to show gratitude. So whatever you're comfortable with, and also whatever the person you want to show appreciation for, whatever their like love language, I guess, may be, they may appreciate the gratitude more if it's directed in sort of that manner, right? Like if somebody helped you out, or if somebody's just a good friend, and that they like to receive gifts over anything else, getting them something small to show that you appreciate their help, that's going to be bigger than if you just told them, hey, thank you so much, right? Or if you know that they prefer touch, give them a big ass hug. Make sure you lift them off the ground when you give them that hug. Thank you so much, I really appreciate everything you've done for me, right? It's that part of putting in a little bit extra effort when you're trying to show that appreciation shows that you're actually cognizant of the effort that they put in their support, or even just to show that you appreciate their support. I am 100% positive that there are people that passively support you and don't realize that any part of them is doing anything to help you out. So for
Yeah.
people to hear that they are helping you in any sort of way, I love to hear that people like that any part of their lives was improved by anything that I did. That's
Yeah.
huge to me. It feels so good.
Yeah.
So imagine like somebody randomly hitting you up and being like, "Yo, thank you so much for what you said the other day. Like, it put me in a much better place." Anything like that, right? And we can't expect ourselves to remember to do this stuff all the time, but when we remember, we should do it.
Definitely. No, I like uplifting people with like my words and any actions that I can do to help. That was one of my favorite things about my old job because I was constantly being interacting with patients. And I remember I'll never forget this one interaction. I was pushing this guy in a wheelchair and he had just came from a surgery. I think it was like something with his legs or one of his legs, and he was like, whether or not he was walking, whether or not he was going to be able to walk was something he was concerned about. So he was just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to walk. I'm not gonna be able to exercise like he used to." Da 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 da. And I helped him out in that. I just gave him. I was like, "Hey, listen, man, you got the surgery. That's the hardest part. That's the part that has nothing to do with you. You got the surgery done. They did what they were supposed to do. The doctors. Now it's on you. Now you have to go to physical therapy. Now you have to make sure you listen to what the nurses and everyone tells you to do in your recovery. And if you follow these steps, and I will tell you through experience how important physical therapy is, if you follow these steps and listen to what they're doing, you might be able to do things that you couldn't do before you had the surgery. You might be able to do things you couldn't do when you were younger. You never know, but you have to be willing to put the work in. That's on you."
Yeah.
And he
Effort.
was and he was almost crying when I first talked to him. And then when by the time we were finished talking, I could see he was in a better space. He even said he was like, "Thank you for that. I really appreciate it." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. If I can help, I'll help always."
Yeah, and I feel like that's huge. It's crazy. We never know what somebody near us is going through. Or, I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes we do because they tell you about it, but sometimes, you don't know. So just having the patience and the kindness, or the aptitude for kindness, in any moment with any person, could literally change someone's life. Uh, you know,
of course, it's a case by case basis.
yes.
There are certain people who just enjoy being the victim,
Yes.
and they constantly have something to complain about.
Yeah, I see
I'm not
that,
a
but I,
fan of
I
those
will
people.
still, I will still say that we still give kindness, until, yeah, I feel like until people start, if someone takes advantage of you, you are under no obligation to be kind to them, but I would also preach
True.
space, not cruelty. Remove yourself from the
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
If you need to create boundaries, you create boundaries and you stick to them. You don't have to be mean about it, but you have to be firm. But ultimately, like, if we can lead with kindness, I feel like we should People's attitudes change instantly when they think that you're going to be hostile towards them versus when they see that you're not going to be hostile towards them whatsoever.
Yeah.
People like people switch up incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
I've,
No,
where I
I
work,
agree.
it's I feel like it's a very polarizing place when people come to speak to me. You could either come speak to me and be hopeful, when we start the conversation, or you come in and you're, unhappy. So my job is to figure out which of the two and to try to keep you as happy as I can during the transaction process. So like that, because you don't want to walk out of a store where you're spending a bunch of money unhappy, right? Like that doesn't add value to your life. So being able to recognize that and trying to work, right? Because that's what it is. It's putting in work. You have
Yeah.
to put in the emotional labor to try to subvert subvert the negative that this person's been going through and help them think about the positive just by adding that little bit of friendliness. Has all right, and this I'm curious if anybody in chat has ever encountered like a situation where they were having a bad day and somebody was nice for no reason, and it kind of like gave you a little perspective or made you think, or switched it up, switched up your day for you. I don't expect it to happen to everybody or for people to be able to remember or recognize it instantly when it happens, but I know that there are moments in everyone's life where you could be in a bad mood and out of nowhere something small happens and it just switches your day up. At You're in a much better mood afterwards.
I like being that moment for people.
Hey yo, yeah, it's usually nice.
No, I made an well, as we wait for the people in chat, I just want to say I remember I think I made a deal, not a deal. It's what is it when you make a choice to start to act differently in a certain way? For sure, I'm glad you've experienced that. Um, I made a decision that I would try to be a blessing for anybody who crossed my path. That was a decision that I made for myself one day. I remember, and I think I've held true to that for the most part since I made
Yeah.
that decision.
And how's that been, LDR?
It was so wholesome. It was so wholesome. It was
It can
so
still be. Nobody else
wholesome.
knows what it means.
Oh, it's gone
Uh,
now. It's gone now. It's gone. It was. Oh man.
uh,
It was so.
oh, that's great. Good stuff.
Oh man.
Um,
No, but yeah, no, it's true. I feel like that should be a thing. Like you really should try to be a blessing to people across your path because I've seen it come back. I really do
yeah.
believe in karma because I've done good to people and for people, and there's been situations where I was in a bad position and things just happen to work out every now and then.
Yeah.
So I truly do believe it's my good karma coming in clutch when needed.
Yeah. So it's funny because we still haven't really touched on the main thing that we wanted to talk about today, which is friends and friendships, uh, and
And fitness, we really
fitness.
haven't like dipped into it yet.
We talked about beard fitness. We some of the things we talked about. I guess you could say touch on emotional fitness.
Yeah, we
But
touched on emotional fitness.
we were talking about fitness just in our personal conversation recently. Because Ralph, you want to tell the story?
Wait, which story is?
Well, with what you're planning on doing and the
Oh
responses
God!
and what you received.
If I talk about this on stream, this is giving myself even more accountability,
Yeah.
and I'm happy about that. But at the same time, I'm like, that means I have to do it. So okay, me and my good friend Lobo here have both done, can we say, extensive amounts of research on like physical fitness or like dieting and stuff. Like we've done
A
research,
little,
not
yeah, a
extensive.
little.
We've done research on dieting and physical fitness and everything because it is something to consider, especially as we get older. But I don't think either of us can say like we've like 100% committed to it yet. Lobo more so has done things more than me. He's been doing his push-ups and his sit-ups and his home exercises when he can. I
Sometimes.
definitely haven't. But but recently I have a friend of mine who lives in Hawaii. He owns a gym out there. Oh, this would be a perfect time to plug it if anybody who lived in Hawaii was
Yeah.
watching. But damn, I
Hey,
don't
you
know
never
the
know.
name of his gym, so I'm gonna get it for the next
It's
stream. I'll get it
Rip
for the next
Fitness.
stream.
I'm pretty
So
sure.
it's in Oahu. Is it Rip Fit? It is Rip
Yeah, it's Rip
Fitness.
Fitness.
Rip Fitness in
And
the
I looked at
island of
without looking
Oahu.
at what you sent me.
So yeah, Rip Fitness, I believe is what it's called, out in Hawaii. And he's a fit dude. I remember when I me and him were friends in our youth. He was a very skinny guy, so I'm glad to see
Yeah,
how
yeah.
fit he's gotten recently. He's gotten very big. So he wants, of course, for me to get more fit, and this is something that I've always had an interest in because I remember anytime I run into a dude who was in the gym, 9 times out of 10 I get this compliment. Oh, Rob, you have like a good frame, bro. If you went to the gym, you'd be a monster, man. Like you got the size, you got the frame for it. You should do it. I don't know why big guy, how
Yeah,
white
yeah,
big
that's
guys
yeah,
always
that's
rattle me
that's
like that. I don't know
that's the
why
excited
he
gym dude
calls me to
voice.
that. But
Yeah, that's excited gym dude
yeah, it's the
voice.
excited gym dude voice. But they would always tell me I have a good frame, and that if I were to lose the weight, I could be a monster. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. But I've always wanted, if I was to hit the gym and get fit, I would want to shoot for the athletic build than like the big dude. Like I'd rather be that athletic build, like that. Think like a basketball player, that kind of
Yeah,
build.
I could see you as like a Puerto Rican Idris Elba, as like a right like it not huge but fucking muscles, right? And I don't know whatever he's
Exactly.
doing with the chest area this time. I don't really follow the shirtless escapades
I'll be yourself.
of any celebrity really. Let's be honest.
Wait, that would be a that would be a high. What is it? That'd be a very good selling. That'd be a best selling book. The shirtless exploits of Idris Elba. That'd be a very well selling book. It would sell very
It's a
nicely.
New York Times bestseller. Top.
Exactly. But
Continue. Sorry.
let me just land the plane here. What I was saying. It's all good. So he sent me a 12-week challenge. It has diet, it has workouts, it has everything needed, it has supplements, it has all of that stuff. And I was looking through it, and you know how like you can convince yourself not to do things even though it's good for you because your mind is just a beautiful thing and can do it. Like, yeah, like I don't know if this diet will work, you know? Oh, I don't know if this fitness routine will work. Oh, I don't know if these two things together would work out. Maybe it won't. Like I've talked myself out of it because of like not this, but out of it in the past that way. But now that it's all right in front of me, and this is like a plan that considers all, and it's like there's no real way for me to worm out of this. It's like right in front of
Yeah.
I'm at the journey. I'm at the beginning of a journey that I can't be like, oh, I don't no, this will work if I commit to it. And it's like, I gotta
I'm
do it now.
I'm
I
looking at
gotta
the
do it now.
diet
I have
program
to
right
do it now.
now.
You're looking at it?
I'm looking
Oh
at the diet
no.
program. Cheese and
Yep,
fries.
you feel the pain I felt. Feel the pain I felt. Nah. So, but it's all there. The plan is there, the fitness is there, the nutrition is there. And I'm excited to see the results of it, but the process itself I'm not excited for because I like food. I like food.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
And my roommates like to cook, so I won't be able to eat their food because it's not gonna be in the plan. They be making mac and cheese and steak and rice and oh. but but it is for my health. It is so I'll look better when I'm dancing the naked hula. It will be great. It'll make any future tattoos I get look bomb. Cause
Facts.
like a tattoo on a fit body looks bomb.
That's what I hear.
So yeah, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna do it, and I have a Hawaii trip coming up in April. I'm gonna go out to see him, and I'll be on the journey already by the time I go out there. So
Yeah. Ooh, you
yeah,
gonna be
it'll
working
be
out with
interesting.
them? We gotta see you get all. This is him. Yeah, we gotta see you get all oiled up out there too. At
Oh,
a
I
good.
told my coworkers yesterday that if I lock in on this plan, if I get abs, I'm throwing out my shirts. I'm telling you right now. If
No,
I
no,
get, you don't want
no.
me with
This is
abs. You
this is what
don't
I'm gonna do.
want me with
I'm
abs.
gonna buy you shirts, but I'm gonna cut them all so they're all like little halter tops for you. So you just
Yup,
it just comes down to
yup.
right under the chest. So like you
I'm
could pick up,
I'm
right?
not wearing.
You could free the
Nope,
nipple if you need to, right? But then it's just
nope.
all it's just partial
I'm
shirt,
telling
all
you.
abs.
I'm gonna have what I said it. I said I'm gonna have one shirt for the winter, and that's it.
Just one for
Throwing
the
out all
winner.
my shirts is one for the winner, and that's it. Because if I work my ass off and get it right,
I'm showing
it's
everybody.
over with. I'm showing every. What you mean? I'm showing everybody. And I was saying too, like this is the type of energy somebody who's had a metabolism their whole lives and hasn't had to work to have a fit body, you can't reflect this energy. No, you didn't
Mm,
have to work for it. If I have to work for it, I'm showing it off. And I'm telling you that right now. Nobody can tell me nothing.
yeah.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, I'm looking at
You're still
this.
looking
Yeah,
at it,
I need
aren't
to.
you?
Yeah. So there's two PDFs. There's two PDFs. There was a
Yes.
14-page
Yep.
one and a 33-page one. I'm looking at the
You're
33-page
supposed to
one
look
now.
at the PowerPoint first.
That was the one I saw. The 14-page one was the
Okay.
PowerPoint. This is
Yeah.
this is just. I'm
Oh
definitely
man.
gonna have to
No.
get to a gym to do this because this
Oh yeah.
is like you can't do this without like hardware unless you have like a dumbbell
Equipment.
or a bar. Yeah, if you have equipment at home, then you should be fine. Um,
No, I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna still get a gym membership. Oh, working title, working out. This is gonna be interesting.
yo, yeah, honestly, yo, yeah, we
And
gotta,
we can do check-ins
yo, I
on
want
our
to start.
fitness journey.
Oh God,
No
we
weight to
we
lose, only
could,
muscle to gain. Yeah.
yo,
We can do check-ins like once we do our like, hey, I was doing it. Da, da, da. If we can't come back next episode without having at least started.
see why? See, there's a lot of we. I hadn't agreed to
No,
this
you
yet.
said you were gonna do it. I thought you were gonna do it
No, I
already.
said
You
send me
said
the
you wanted to look
PDF
at it.
and I
You
want to
said you
look
wanted
at
to
it
look at it.
beforehand.
Yeah, no, you said you wanted to look at
Yo,
it. I'm locking
Lysol,
in.
Lysol, I'm right there with you. I had a Planet Fitness membership. I think I got it. Let's say in like 2013. I moved out of my neighborhood that had just finished building a Planet Fitness right around the corner. I moved to another part of the state. Ended up not using it for another 6 months. Mind you, I probably hadn't been using it for at least a year after I got it. And then I tried to cancel my membership because I wasn't going anymore. And they're like, "Oh, you got to either send a letter to your home gym or just go there." And I'm like, "That's a 5 hour drive. I like maybe I could run there, and that'll be
Send them a
enough of a
letter.
workout." Oh no, I went. I went. That was a while back.
Oh, okay.
You imagine? But I paid for a gym membership for like 4 years
You
and
know
used
how
it for
much
maybe one.
gyms are making? Gyms are making so much money off
Yeah.
people that went for either one session or went for a little bit
And
and
are too
stopped
lazy to
going.
cancel. Yeah.
Too lazy or
Or
guilty
yeah,
to
or they keep
cancel their
thinking that they're
membership.
gonna be able to. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back.
I'm gonna go back, and if I keep paying for it, I'll go back 5 years later. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. It's still there. I'm gonna go
Yo,
back.
matter of fact, yeah, I feel like a gym membership is the biggest manifestation of if I'm paying for it, I'll use it being a lie.
Yup, exactly that.
Cause
Uh,
your boy, not at all. Excuse me.
yeah, they force you to come to cancel. That's how they get you.
Yo,
You can't
yeah,
just call in and cancel. Cause you feel guilty going. You're like, oh, I can go in to cancel, but I can't go in to
yeah,
work
and
out. That's
on top of that, I don't want to look at your snarky employees and tell them that I want to cancel. Like,
and
why do you want to
they
cancel?
make it.
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Have
They'd
you
be like,
seen
"Oh, you want
me?
to cancel?"
I
Like,
clearly
what?
don't come
I
here.
mean, you sure you don't want to give it another month? You could always start. You can start. You can always start. I hate
I
that.
hate that.
You can
Yeah.
always start.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm going in to cancel, matter of fact, nah, this is what I'm gonna do. Next time I have a gym membership that I plan on canceling, I'm gonna go in, work out, and then cancel on my way out.
That's
That's it.
hilarious.
Just be like,
You know,
just get my sweat everywhere. Just nah, I can't be that guy. I'll clean up after myself, but then I'll
bro.
come
I
out
don't know.
and be like, this workout
I
was
don't know why my
terrible. I'm
mind.
canceling.
Bro, I don't know why my mind works this way. My mind said go to the gym, and then when the attendant's saying, "Oh, you could start whenever," but like, well, I've just adopted this new workout routine, but I have to do it naked. Are you guys okay with me doing that too? No?
Yeah,
Then
that's
let me
good.
cancel my membership.
I
Thank you
like
very
that.
much.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
I
been
just hope they don't
practicing.
call me out on it. I
It's kind of
really hope
like
they don't won't try to pull my card. That's
it's kind of
all.
like hot yoga, but I need to be in a room filled with my farts. It's just, it's gonna
It's a
be great.
lot. It relieves a lot of gas. It purifies the
It's,
system, so I'm
it's
sweating.
great
You
for the
know,
colon.
it's great for the pores as well.
Yes. The pores in your colon. Anyway,
The
God.
pores in your colon.
I hope you don't have pores. Actually, you do technically have pores in your colon.
We have pores in your colon.
Yeah, because that's how your body
Welcome to Welcome to
absorbs.
Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk
Well,
about the pores you have in your colon.
there's other ways, but your body absorbs nutrients from your waste. It's trying to make sure that it's wrung out as much good stuff out of your food as possible. Fun facts. Or gross facts, whatever. Everybody poops. Um, silence aside, fitness.
This is definitely a podcast you gotta watch because I make so many just facial
Yeah,
responses,
it
and
doesn't
you
help.
do too,
Yeah,
as to some of the things we'll
yeah.
be saying to each other. Doesn't translate
Yeah,
well to just listening.
I've done eyebrows a few times at the very least. Maybe I should start saying it when I do
I,
eyebrows.
that's just gonna be hilarious that I say something and there's in the silence all I hear is
Eyebrows.
But
Oh,
but yeah, no, just harkening back to what I was saying. I do want to take this seriously. I do want to lose weight. Turned 30 at the end of last year. I feel like this is definitely the time to like change up my
yeah,
routines,
yeah. I think
coming into this era of my life. So yeah.
yeah. There's definitely. I feel like I say this word a lot on this show, and I'm probably going to continue to say this word a lot. But I feel like the older we get, the more perspective we have on the things we didn't used to do, or that we should have done, or that we wanted to do.
Yep.
And that's why I feel like being able to gain that perspective early enough is gonna give you a better
Hmm.
chance at a better life. Because
Yep.
if you're able to recognize what you're like, right? All right. So here's as an anecdote, one of the reasons why I do really want to start focusing on my fitness again is after a certain age, your your body stops producing the proteins that allow your muscle to grow. So it's not so much that you don't want to grow into old age and be weak then. It's that you want to maintain your strength, right? You want to maintain
Yeah.
a level of at least capability when it comes to your potential strength. Because when you get older, it's much harder to build muscle, and especially if God forbid, or heaven forbid, or universe forbid, I colloquialisms, universe forbid that you haven't really been taking care of yourself, or your diet isn't that good, you have weak bones or anything like that. Your skeletal muscle is it's gonna suck. You're gonna have trouble walking.
Yep.
You're gonna have trouble like serving yourself food. You're gonna have trouble like just doing basic functions. And the more muscle mass you're able to maintain growing into old age, the less likely you are to have to rely on other people, things, or systems to maintain yourself or to keep yourself as a person. Or
Yep.
to maintain autonomy, I should say. And
Yep. So you're
I
right.
like I don't know. While I am more accepting of other people's help now, I also don't. I know that I'm not gonna want to rely on other people, so I can live my life as I get older.
You and I both value our independence. This is something that's
Mm,
very
yeah,
true.
fucking. All right, gang. As part of the working title crew, we're all gonna get farms in an area and just start subsistence living. We got
Are we gonna
our
start a commune?
Actually, no, I take it back now that you said the word. See, if you wouldn't have said the
I
word,
said-
it would have been fine. See, now the FBI and the NSA, everybody's watching us now. If you're allergic to being, thank you for the posture check. If you're allergic to being spied on, you should probably leave the chat now. Ralph said a buzzword that's gonna have us on a watch list
I
for a
didn't
little
know
bit.
that was a buzzword.
It probably is. Another commune. I said it again. Community.
Nothing wrong with the word.
There's nothing wrong with communing. Oh man.
But a commune is pretty much just like a community. It's literally just a community, a self-sustaining community. That's what a commune is.
Yeah.
And I believe, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, if you're able to put a commune together, because I don't know, man, relying on, I'm not even gonna get into this. I'm gonna get into a whole thing
Yeah.
if I get into this. Let's what we talking about? Fitness? Yes, lifting
We
things.
could talk
Correct.
about whatever we want. We're adults and this is our show. Bow. Yo, that's one thing that my sister started saying lately, and I'm in love with it. Whenever I'm like,
What?
yo, I think I wanna do whatever, and she's like, we're fucking adults. We can do whatever the fuck we want, and I'm like, damn right. You're absolutely
True.
right.
That is the benefit and the it's that's
The
the pro
drawback,
and the
yeah.
con of being an adult. You can do whatever you want, but also you can do whatever you want. Like you can do all the good things, but you can also make all the mistakes.
Yeah. Just a shout out, Sci-Fi Sunday School subsistence farming can indeed contribute to fitness. If you're waking up at
True.
5 o'clock in the morning every day, tilling the land, plucking them plants, them veggies, them frutas. Honestly,
True.
you're gonna get amazing buns because the amount of squats you're gonna have to do to pick everything up,
Oh
your
God,
quads.
squats. I'm so tall. Those squats would be so deep. Those would be such deep squats.
Yeah, yeah, farmer gains. Yo, you know
Farmer
what?
gains.
Wear nothing but the with the
The
Z.
overalls.
Nothing but the overall, so you have a farmer tan the whole time when you go to work out. When you go to do your nude workout at the gym, you wanna stop going to.
Oh my God. I
Oh
love
my.
how you corrected it from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Z.
yeah.
That
You had
actually
to.
was amazing. No, farmer games. No, farmers. That's what farmers tend to be. Just have this neutral strength to them. Like they're never flexing it or anything. They
Yeah.
just are strong.
Yo. Yeah. 100%. I mean,
Working
my
with animals,
grandparents.
bruh.
Yeah. My grandparents, for a fact, they all had farms. Yeah, that's how it
Hmm.
was. We're this is a first generation immigrant gang, and
Hey,
so my grandparents, like, my parents were born and raised on farms. My grandparents also probably born and raised on farms or hoping to have farms, and ended up having big enough families to like get all that done. And I don't have like on my dad's side of the family that they definitely had all that. There's not a chubby one, not an unhealthy one.
Of course not.
And
It
I think it
can't be.
also and I think it also influences like how you eat and how you appreciate the food that you eat. Because
Yeah, because you know the work that went into it.
yeah, not just the work that went into it, but you taste it. Like you taste the land, like
True.
oh, this grew in a good spot. I That's dope. Yeah, my
Wait, you said had a farm. Do they still have the farm? I'm talking about lifestyle content.
yeah, I know. My The last time I went to the Dominican Republic, my dad took us out to my grandparents' farm, like his parents' farm, and it like we walked around the whole thing, and it was really interesting to learn about. It was called a conuco, which I think means like a jungle farm that
Nice.
specifically was sold to him. Like the parcel of land was sold to him by the government, like back in the old days. And I don't know if anybody in chat knows about like Dominican history, because I don't know much about it. But we had a dictator in the 50s and 60s, I believe.
Don't name them. Don't name them.
And he why?
Don't name them. I'm just asking you not to name them. Go ahead.
Okay. But he like apparently tried to like reacquire a bunch of farms at the time. And oh, sorry,
Or
Bailey's
use his
barking.
last name if you're gonna name
Oh,
him.
yeah, Trujillo. Yeah.
Yeah, don't use his
Um.
first name.
uh.
I sold the farms, work as an air traffic controllers make decent
Um.
money.
I'm not sure about that. Again, I have to do more research about it. But essentially, he tried to like I guess reacquire the farms that had been sold to the people by the government. And I heard a story that my grandfather sat in front of his farm with a shotgun. Like he brought out a chair and a shotgun, and waited. He would stay there and guard at night. He's like, in case his men come, we're gonna be ready for them because they're not taking my land. And I'm like, that's badass as hell.
That's gangster.
It
That's
is.
gangster.
It's so badass.
That's very gangster.
And that's with like 17 or 18 kids probably hanging out in the house. Like this motherfucker,
I mean,
like they
that's
was ready.
another reason I gotta
Like they
protect
had
my
a
family.
they had a small army. I'm just saying. You imagine Home Alone with 18 kids?
All militarized.
Yo, nobody's getting out.
No.
But yeah, that farm, honestly, gorgeous. We saw a whole bunch of really cool stuff. There were a bunch of cute puppies like running around, because in the Dominican Republic, like sometimes strays just hang out and help around the house in exchange for food. So they're your
That
dogs,
makes
but they're
sense.
not your dogs.
They
Yeah,
you rent a dog.
they're borrowed dogs. You borrowed them from the land. Yo, honestly, farmers and ranchers are giga chads because like that stuff is tough, man. That's a hard life, and you know that you have to fight for your land because like you're providing life, and life is
Farmers
valuable.
automatic. Farmers automatically have a proficiency in animal
Some, not all,
handling.
because I've met farmers that have been kicked in the head by their horses.
Ugh,
Young
that sounds
horses,
awful.
young horses, so they're still alive.
Okay, young horses. I was about to say, geez.
Uh, you imagine though, I mean, that's got to be horrifying. You
Bro,
have
if
a,
I'm ever behind a horse and I see it shift its weight toward the front, I'm diving out of the
yeah, no,
way.
it's probably too late at that point. Just don't be behind a horse. Like that's the main rule
It happens
usually.
that fast, like you don't
Yeah.
even get a chance to move.
Yeah, have you seen the videos? It's just walking and I just all of a sudden there's something behind me. Dead. I guess that's all you need. Like you get
I was
laid
hoping to
out.
at least catch it shifting his weight
Man, you
before it gets
specifically
scared.
it lay you out like a bearskin carpet, like a bearskin rug. You just be No, is that another one? Is that
No,
happy?
it's not another one. That was funny. I'm just picturing.
I was just checking. Yeah, Ralph as a bearskin. Uh, oh man.
Just,
Um,
just me as a bearskin sling on the road. I used to have multiple guys. Stop.
he's a werebear. He's a werebear. All right, we're back in D&D. Not LDR. It's instantaneous. Yeah. See, it's like it's right away. It's right away. There's no the face. Um.
Hey, as long, you know what? I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah. Let's not.
I don't even want to harken on to it.
Oh man.
Dang, you ain't seen nothing. That's crazy. I thought you had like a chance. I guess not. Just won't be behind the horse. That's simple.
Yeah. Yeah. It's usually best that way. I was thinking. I was talking to Ralph the other day about and I may have mentioned it the last time we were on stream, but I was trying to think of some ways that you can demoralize or disappoint somebody, like with words. Right. I was thinking
Oh,
like,
that's easy.
yeah, modern days. Like I feel like spoilers are a decent way.
Awful.
Yeah. Um, I feel like backhanded compliments, depending on the severity of the backhanded compliments, are another way.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. No, backhanded compliments are a rough one. Like if I was to tell you, if your face was different, that beard would look amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Oh man, oh that's good, that's good.
Those clothes would look amazing on someone else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. This, you have great fashion sense for somebody who looks like that.
Yeah. Like I know what you were trying to look like. Someone else could pull it off.
Or
Watch.
or just like I love what you were going for. Right.
That is so messed up. I love what you were going for. That is messed up.
That's so mean. I will allow.
I
Yeah.
was. It prompted for me too, and I was like, oh
Well, yeah, because you're the mod for this channel, so you're allowed to decide.
no. I almost denied it. That's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah, I don't.
nah. But
This is a stream for adults.
it is. It definitely is. Nah, but
I don't know, or you got big poom poom energy, you know, like
big
when
pum pum
big poom poom energy, you know, you gotta you bring life.
pum pum pum
And there you go.
This is not. This is not the Jose the Boys podcast. This is not Jesus Centenero. We're not gonna be making dance hall references this whole
I have to allow
episode.
this as well because that's a great follow up question.
Oh my god.
So, oh, I actually, now that we have, I mean, we've always had at least this many people in chat, but I did want to bring up and ask. I was thinking about setting a goal.
Ooh.
Now, yeah, so we were thinking of getting trying to get new microphones for Ralph and myself, but I have an idea about what kind of microphones we can get. There's I like to sort of put stuff together. I do like soldering. Like if I can solder stuff together, I will try to put like little boards together. And I found a website that will send you a kit of all the components for like high-end microphones at lower costs. And I was thinking, I set a goal for it and obviously contribute to it myself. If we go over goal, donate, more at least half of whatever is over the goal to a cause. We'll find something like Planned Parenthood or something that makes a difference somewhere. But also, I could assemble them on stream and send Ralph his assembled microphone. start using my new microphone. I've been thinking about it for a little while. I don't know. I think it's an interesting idea, and new mics, and also cool shit for stream.
True.
So we might you guys might see a donation goal posted at some point. Feel no pressure because your company is enough. Wink.
Static alert. Static alert.
Oh my gosh.
You were
Maybe
doing
it's
so fine. I'm just gonna give you. I just want to give you a heads up. But yeah, no, getting some new mics would be cool. I definitely want to get eventually, not anytime soon. I want to get like a light in front of me so it could be so the camera could pick up on me a little better. But we just want to improve the quality of the stream. I feel like we found our rhythm as far as like the content. Like we're doing a good job as far as like the conversations and everything like that. And I could see us doing this like for a while, so it'd be cool. Post more of
yeah.
the gram.
Yeah,
We have to
I posted
promote this
today.
more, bro.
Yeah,
We've
I
been slacking on
well,
promoting.
so I've been putting it up on Twitter whenever we go on, and we do have a YouTube channel where the VODs are posted after 24 hours, because if we do it before then, Twitch is gonna sue us.
Fair.
Other than that, which Helen? Helen from I don't know why. As soon as I saw the name Helen, I thought of
Drake and Josh.
yes,
Yeah,
I thought of Helen
Drake and
from
Josh
Drake and
too.
Josh.
Yep, I thought it right away.
Uh,
Victor's Nana, yes,
Yo, look, I
yes.
will take any and all support that woman will give.
I love Helen.
Helen
She's
Keller.
hilarious. Helen Keller. Oh God,
All right,
Helen
we
Keller
we
couldn't enjoy this podcast
we need
enough.
to start learning how to sign. Hey, soon to be no. Could you imagine if we could get broadcast in like
Don't even. I wanted to say soon to be available with ASL, but let's not joke like that.
yeah.
Let's not joke like that. What?
I think I just said my name, but I don't remember it. If there's any ASL proficient people in chat, comment below and let me know if I did that right or terrible.
Yo, Canada is just a better place.
I
The more
mean,
I hear about
it
it,
culturally it feels like all the good things that Canada has are nicer than some of the good things that we have, but also the dark parts of Canada are probably just as dark, if not darker than some of the things in our history, because ethnic cleansing, right? Like it's yeah. You gotta. I had to try to
remember
say.
how
I had to try to say it a little bit more upbeat because.
remember when we said we wouldn't joke about the ASL? I don't know if cleansing
Yeah,
is a
I was
good thing to
trying.
joke
Yeah,
about
it's
either.
look. I did not mean it as a joke. I
No, I know
tried
you
to
did. I
say
know you
it
did. I know
as
you did.
light as possible because, like I said, it's really dark. I
No,
think.
it's just me. Whenever a subject pops up in our conversation that we probably shouldn't be joking about, I always feel the need to say it.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest. There are some things that I joke about that I probably shouldn't joke about, but I also try to be very conscious of that, and and
Also, it's our humor.
I
Like
don't push I try not to push the envelope. I'm not a comedian. I don't get paid for this. I just
I
find some
know,
of these
but
things funny.
hey, we if you're here for our conversations, which involve our humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, we do not, and as a side note, I would like to say that we don't endorse genocide, ethnic cleansing, murder of any kind. Although some insecticides have made me happy, it's just because I don't like bugs. But other than that, I do recognize that they are valuable. Life has value. That being said, I'm pro-choice.
No,
Yeah, right. Generally,
no,
do not support genocide. Yeah.
no. That. Oh my God. Can we end the podcast there? That'd be such a great thing to sign out on. That was so good. Listen, see, I'm gonna tell you when you have your ones, but I'm also gonna give you praise on the good ones. That was a
Thank you.
good one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah, I am.
Masterful. Masterful.
Grazie.
I
Grazie.
enjoyed that.
Um. There has been. Oh, let me.
No,
Oh,
I
are
don't
we
think you're
leaving?
signing out. I was just saying that was a good enough joke for us to sign out if you wanted to.
But we are coming up on our 2 hour usual timeline here. I did want to just drop a couple things. Our social medias under us. If you want to be
Very much
informed
so.
when we're gonna stream, I'm gonna really try to post more often.
Lobo said he's dropping an OnlyFans somewhere in March.
It's
Make sure
already
you
out.
drop
Good luck
that.
finding it.
It's out
Link.
already.
Yeah, good
Okay,
luck
good luck
finding it.
finding
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. That's it's part of the it's part of the treasure hunt. Yeah, OnlyFans. Yo, honestly,
OnlyFans.
I need some OnlyFans right now. I have some people that I should call for an OnlyFans. Um,
I'm using that in a meme. OnlyFans. Just letting you know right now. That's getting used in a meme.
when the only thing that'll satisfy the hole in your life is plan. But yes, we had a newish episode of the Oops All Dragon podcast that I had it come out recently. They did ask me to be a guest on that show soon, so I've been working on some responses. So, depending on how you guys feel about these dulcet tones over here, you might hear them again elsewhere. And the best slash worst part about it is that I hate the sound of my own voice when I edit. So that's gonna be something else. So I edit a Dungeons and Dragons based podcast called Oops All Dragons. we we are on episode 26 or 27 as of now, I believe. I've been editing it for about a year, a little more.
Yep,
Yes,
Oops All Dragons.
here I believe I can drop a link in chat. But it's I I like I like it in the sense that a lot of people, I feel like there are so many D&D play podcasts out right now.
Hmm.
So it's a little tough, it's tough for some people to get into. Everybody plays differently, and it might not work out for everybody, but this is more for people who are trying to learn how to play or to get new
Can you pin
perspective.
it?
That is a good question. I can probably put it in my profile as a link. And so that
That
first
is a
link.
thing. That is
Yeah,
definitely a thing.
that
Yep.
first link is the podcast that I edit, and then the second link is gonna be where our VODs are gonna show up. If you ever pop in and you realize you're not gonna be able to stay the whole time, or you want to come back and watch it.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Lobo Kid, jack of all trades, podcast star, podcast editor, grower of beards,
Grower of
just all
beards.
around, just all around great, all around talented.
I thank you for that, Ralph. Your kind words are all I need in life.
Of course, I don't know, always be there to supply them.
Ay, que chulo. See, this is so this I this is something that I do like to mention every once in a while when it comes to my friend group and other people's friend groups is interpositivity and encouraging each other.
Yes.
Call out your friends on their BS, but also encourage them when they're doing well. Being like it's incredible the difference. our D&D group and our friend group has grown over the past couple years, and that's been one thing that I've tried injecting so often. And I've seen, honestly, I don't know about you, Ralph. I know that some of the boys in chat that have been in that group with us may have noticed, but there's been kind of a shift where like there's so much more positivity radiating out towards each other. There's, we're unafraid to tell each other, hey man, I love you, have a great day. We are unafraid to let each other know, hey, you're being a little toxic. I don't agree with, with that. We're able to have differing viewpoints, and being able
Got to.
to have full conversations with your friends about good and bad things is huge. But one thing that I like, I can't speak about any other gender's culture, but I feel like cisgendered male dominate like culture is dominated with that toxicity and that aggression that a lot of people expect. And I feel like within
Can
your
I
friend
give?
groups, yeah, I was just gonna say real quick, within your
Go ahead.
friend
Go ahead.
groups, it's important for us to combat it. Because if we create that positivity, there cannot be that negativity. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is just a PSA to the internet in general. Um, if you are leaving negative comments, if you are bringing people down, if you are looking for the faults in people, you're not funny. You're not welcomed in too many places, and above everything, you're not original. There's no lack of people doing that.
That's
So
fair.
like,
Yeah.
I don't see the appeal in it. It's not
Yeah.
necessary. And please believe there's no lack of people already doing that. So if you want to try to find another way to convey your humor besides this blatant toxicity and negativity, look into that.
Yeah. And you'll find a community a lot faster. You will find your very own commune, you know,
Yeah.
that they will they will
You brought it
they
back.
will love you and care for you. And that's why if you click to send a message in our chat, my message to you immediately is love yourself, be kind to others, because the more you're willing to do that, I 100% believe the higher your quality of life is going to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not a guru, but I feel like when I say that, I can be.
That's when Lobo's baseball cap slowly begins to turn into a turban.
My metaphysical beard comes in. Like it's I have a physical beard, and then I have a metaphysical one that manifests. You know. But yeah, I thank you so much, everybody who's come in to listen to us today. It's been incredible. I always enjoy speaking to everybody who comes into the chat to speak. And those of you who haven't gained the confidence or felt the need to say
Hey,
anything, damn right,
that
trying to be like you.
yes. Trying to be
And
like you, my boy.
yeah, big bro. Yeah. So I just want to be super grateful and thankful because remember, passive support needs active gratitude. So I want to thank you, for coming in today and like spending time with us on this Sunday and just chatting. I love you for it. I can't wait to see you guys again in 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to make sure that I don't work and fucking have a great day.
I'm gonna manifest this. I'm gonna manifest this. Working title live show coming eventually.
Han. Gang gang.
Eventually.
Yes.
I'm so serious.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. I'm 100% down. Also, next time we might start utilizing the polls so we can see what you guys want to talk about before we just start jumping in.
True.
It's going to be a great time. Thanks for coming.